Welcome to Muscle in the Morning, brought to you by IronMag Labs. Make your mark. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Wednesday, May 4th, 2016. Let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. To quote the great Tony Robbins, the path to success is to take massive, determined action. And it looks like Brandon Hendrickson is taking that advice to heart. A few months removed from notching the biggest victory of his career when he won the men's physique title at this year's Arnold Classic in rather spectacular fashion, the third-year pro has been taking some massive action in his own right as he prepares to launch a full-scale attack on this year's Olympia title. Hendrickson has that crazy round muscle that just explodes when you see him up on stage. And now that he's got the name recognition and the momentum at his back, it's going to be fun to see what sort of moves he can make on the chessboard to put himself in position to take out the king of the division, Jeremy Buendia. Believe it or not, we're actually 3 months away from ushering in a new wave of young talent to the pro ranks at this year's USA Championships. And Big John Ward is officially throwing his hat into the ring as the man to beat in this year's super heavyweight division. In his last 3 trips to Vegas, Ward hasn't come away with anything less than a top 5 finish, including a hotly contested second place back in 2014. At nearly 260 plus pounds on stage, Ward packs more than enough muscle to stand there and trade shots with anyone who's up for the challenge. And if he can dial up that perfect combination of conditioning and fullness that we've all been waiting for, I don't know if there's anyone out there who could stand between him and the win. Don't let the fact that he's just barely old enough to buy himself a beer fool you. Cody Montgomery is a full-grown man. After starting his pro career off with a top 10 finish at this year's Arnold Classic, the rookie sensation has gone back to the lab to redefine his monster-building formula before unleashing Cody 2.0 later this year. Montgomery has looked spectacular at his last few guest posing appearances and really seems to be hitting stride, yet still managing to maintain an impressive level of conditioning. Montgomery has all the tools to make the jump to the next level and really become one of the top-tier athletes in the sport. I think the only question we have now isn't a matter of if he will, it's a matter of when he will. And that's going to come sooner than you think. Fresh off a cool top 10 finish at his rookie debut a few weeks ago back at the Miami Muscle Beach Pro, first-year pro Santhi Aragon is starting to kick things back up into high gear. Over the weekend, Aragon released some new progress photos just over 5 weeks out from the Toronto Pro, where the impressive bodybuilder will look to bring a little bit of South Florida heat north of the border. When it comes to conditioning, Aragon brings that outrageously shredded, peel-to-the-bone look every time he steps on stage. And if he can come in just a tad fuller this time around, it's not out of the question to see him vying for a top 5 placing. Last year, we had a pretty impressive crop of rookies pump some new blood into the collective veins of the sport, not the least of which was former USA champ and late-season surprise Nikto Jilly. After keeping his plans under wraps for the majority of the 2015 season, Trigili shocked everyone when he showed up looking like an absolute monster at the Europa Atlantic City, where he ended up taking 6th in a strong lineup that featured the likes of Cedric McMillan and Branch Warren. After another long and productive offseason, the second-year pro looks to be coming back as big and as nasty as we've ever seen him. Trigili has one of those massive frames that just jumps out at you in the lineup. And as he continues to add seasoning to that gifted physique and give it a little bit more kick, much sooner than later, we'll see him start to make his way up the placings into the top 3 and ultimately competing for the win.
Hey guys, it's Stevie B here. If you like what you're seeing, hit the subscribe button below and never miss another RX Muscle show, segment, or update. RX Muscle is #1.